Beyonce hated Kim so much that she went above and beyond not to be seen in Kim's presence.
She sends Beyonce a PR package. Beyonce allegedly doesn't even open the goddamn box. She just gives it out.
It's no secret that Beyonce has never been a fan of the Kardashian family, especially Kim. However, we're now learning some new info about all the tactics Beyonce used to keep Kim at arm's length. But that's not all. Sources close to Beyonce are also saying that Beyonce is becoming increasingly worried about Kim and Kanye's daughter North, because Kim is pushing her into the spotlight way too early. So what exactly did Beyonce do to keep Kim away? And why is Beyonce concerned about North West? Let's get into it. You don't have to be a Hollywood insider to know that Beyonce and Kim Kardashian were never BFFs. Back when Kim was still married to Kanye, she was desperate to get into Beyonce's inner circle. But according to new reports, Beyonce pulled out all the stops to keep Kim away from her. To give you some context, rumors about Beyonce's feud with Kim first popped up shortly after Kanye started dating Kim back in 2012. Kanye was super close with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and though they had their differences in the past, they always considered each other family. But then Kim came into the picture, and suddenly Kanye became obsessed with turning Kim into a global superstar like Beyonce. One insider told Radar Online at the time that Kanye told Kim that they're going to be the biggest power couple on the planet and more popular than Jay-Z and Beyonce. Beyonce, however, reportedly thought that Kanye had fallen under the Kardashian spell, and she blamed Kim for brainwashing him. And apparently one of the main reasons Beyonce couldn't stand Kim was the combination of Kim's lack of talent and her obsession with fame. But what gave Beyonce an even bigger ick was realizing that Kim was trying to use her name for clout. Back in 2013, one insider told Life and Style that Kim was so obsessed with becoming as famous as Beyonce that she was constantly Googling her and checking her followers. Kim wants to see how many more hits Beyonce gets than she does, the source said. However, when Kim was asked why Beyonce never hangs out with her, she denied there was any feud going on and claimed that Beyonce was super nice to her.
But Beyonce, and there's always been a rumor that Beyonce doesn't get along with you.
That is so not true. Like, she couldn't be the sweetest person. Seriously, one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She's so sweet. I have no idea where these things come from.
As for Beyonce, she had first tried to play it cool in public because she didn't want to invite any tabloid drama into her life. She even agreed to appear at events sitting next to Kim, although she wasn't exactly trying to hide how annoyed she was either. However, Kim just couldn't take a hint, and she was getting more and more desperate to be seen in public with Beyonce. According to the New York Daily News, when Jay-Z and Kanye kicked off their Watch the Throne tour, Kim flew to London hoping she could hang out with Beyonce. She's trying to do whatever she can to get close to Beyonce, one source said, adding that Kim will literally live and breathe to hang out with Beyonce. Beyonce, on the other hand, was losing her patience with Kim, and she started publicly snubbing her. Like that time at the BET Awards when Kim thought Beyonce would hug her, and Beyonce didn't even acknowledge her existence. And even Jay-Z was scared to hug Kim.
Damn, she got curved.
After this embarrassing moment, Kim tried to shift the narrative in her favor, and Kardashian sources started trashing Beyonce in the media and claiming that she's stuck up and arrogant. One Kardashian insider told In Touch magazine that Kim will never forgive Beyonce unless she gets a public apology, and claimed that Kim realized that Beyonce is not as nice as she wants everyone to believe. Kim thinks Beyonce is a fake, and that the real Beyonce is nothing like the one the public knows, the Kardashian source said. But despite letting her PR machine drag Beyonce, Kim still continued to copy everything Queen Bee did. To give you just a few examples, check out the resemblance between Beyonce's 2012 Met Gala look and Kim's 2015 Met Gala dress. And as Wendy Williams pointed out, Kim probably copied Beyonce on purpose because she was bitter that Beyonce kept ignoring her.
This looks like Beyonce's dress from back in 2012 at the Met Gala. Look, okay? I'm just saying, Kim is probably still salty because Beyonce doesn't want to be her friend. But I must say, Kim, I'm embarrassed for you here.
But Kim just couldn't help herself, and in 2017, she was again caught copying Beyonce for a KKW beauty photo shoot. The whole look was almost identical to Beyonce's Flaunt magazine cover, and many fans took to social media to say this is exactly why Beyonce doesn't want to associate with Kim Kardashian. And now check out this 2021 promo photo for Kim's all-in-one Skims collection. If you thought that was Beyonce on the left, well, look again, because that's
Wow.
Kim looking like a Beyonce cosplay.
Wow.
And Beyonce must have noticed this too, because she later ended up seemingly shading Kim on the song Heated from her 2022 album Renaissance, which features the line, "That cheap spandex, she looks a mess." But that's not all Beyonce did to let Kim know she doesn't like her. As you probably know, Beyonce and Jay-Z famously skipped Kanye and Kim's wedding, and sources close to the Carters blamed it on a family emergency. Well, a new report recently emerged that Jay initially wanted to go, but Beyonce just couldn't stand the thought of Kim using her to raise hype for her wedding, so she faked this so-called emergency. According to one report by the Daily Mail, Jay-Z was supposed to be Kanye's best man, and Beyonce reluctantly agreed to attend. Beyonce had to think about it at the last minute because she didn't really want to go, one source claimed, adding that Beyonce finally agreed because of Jay and Kanye. But it quickly turned out that this report was just Kim's wishful thinking, because the Carters ended up skipping the wedding. And just in case Kim didn't get the message, Beyonce also shared this selfie from her Hamptons vacation at almost the exact time the wedding ceremony was taking place. Now, you have to admit that Beyonce was being extra petty that day, because she shared this photo after telling Kim she couldn't attend due to a family emergency, that we're now learning was completely fabricated. But that's not all. Several sources recently reported that Beyonce is allegedly worried about Kanye's kids, especially North, because Kim keeps pushing her into the spotlight. According to one insider, Beyonce initially wanted her daughter Blue Ivy and North to be friends. However, once she realized how much influence Kim has on North, she banned Blue from hanging out with North. Beyonce is also fiercely protective of Blue's privacy, and despite Blue being 2 years older than North, she doesn't use any social media, and we barely ever even see her in public. As for North, Kim let her join TikTok when she was just 8 years old, and Kim also lately started dragging North to random Hollywood events and dressing her up way beyond her years. Also, did you notice how the paparazzi are always camping out in front of North's school? And yet we never see Blue Ivy on her way to school, which means Kim could protect North from unnecessary media exposure if she really wanted to.
Oh my god. Alright, let's get out the way.
Please, please! Do not talk to me about that.
Sorry, Kim.
According to one source close to Beyonce, this is also another huge reason why Beyonce doesn't want to associate herself with Kim, and she reportedly believes Kim is exploiting her kids for fame. All this stems right back to Beyonce's dislike of Kim, the source said, and that's why Blue and North have never had a playdate. Fans are now saying that Beyonce is definitely doing the right thing by staying away from Kim and not letting Blue Ivy hang out with the Kardashians, because watching Kim push North into the spotlight is getting really disturbing. One fan said Beyonce is training her daughter to use her brains. Kim is training her daughter to use her status.
Yeah,
There was a big difference. And another fan commented, "I think the Kardashian Jenners are responsible for so much that has been harmful to young girls and women, and I feel like Beyonce would feel the same. I can also picture her having issues with all the cultural appropriation, and she generally wants to stay away from the drama and mess they bring to the table. Can't blame her." But let's hear how you feel about all this. What do you think is the main reason Beyonce can't stand Kim? And is Beyonce right to be worried about North?
It's very simple, y'all. It's so simple. Like, pretty much like Beyonce, Queen Bee does not want to associate herself with Kim Kardashian because of the way she literally just used to exploit her child Northwest, just like putting her in public, just stuff like, for instance, like imagine a 9 years old like making a TikTok dance or TikTok video on with Ice Spice. Like, yo, there's a huge gap difference there. Like, a 9 years old should not be mimicking or singing a song that are 20 or whatever. I think Ice Spice like 22. Like there's a huge gap. Like, she should not even be singing those type of lyrics because it's just inappropriate for a 9 years old to be singing and to be dressing up as, you know, just trying to be like Ice Spice, which is just so wrong in different ways. Like, so I totally understand. Like, I totally understand where like Queen Bee, aka Beyonce, like does not want us child Blue Ivy to associate herself with Northwest because of several reasons. Because Kim just put Northwest into the spotlight at a very, very, very young age, which is just so not good. Like, she's just exploiting her child. Like, and obviously, like, we all know the character, like, they're very, very, very confidential people. They like the privacy, and that's one thing. Like, because Queen Beyonce does not want to associate her because she wanted Blue Ivy to have a privacy. Because if Blue Ivy is associated with Kim, with Northwest, obviously Kim Kardashian is gonna put this in public. Oh, look at this, we have Blue Ivy here with us. Oh, look at this, she's here with North, and they're all both playing play dates or whatever. You know, it's just so wrong. Like they want the privacy. Like the Kardashians just pretty much want the privacy. Like that's it. I'ma just leave it there, yo. I appreciate you come back to my channel, for like my videos, for subscribing. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button right now. It's totally free. It does not cost a dime. And if you haven't done so, well, you can also check out my previous video, whichever one you prefer, the left one or the right one. It's up to you, yo. And please, 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 smash the like button, yo. Subscribe if you're new. And if you make this far, a big shout out to you, yo. And without further ado, that's it, yo. Let's get it, you.